Hi, I'm Colleen Pearl, the Cool Crone, and welcome back to my channel. Today's video will be the January Tarotscope for the sign of Gemini. All right, Gemini, well, I've laid out the cards, week 1, 2, 3, and 4. I've picked 2 oracle cards for you, and let's get on with the reading. The first card that comes up at the very beginning of January is the Sun. The Sun tells me that you're going to be beginning the new year with a great project that really puts the focus on you and really allows you to shine, which is really interesting. As you'll find out later, it's going to go along really great with your oracle card, but you're going to begin the month with a really great beginning. Now, the Sun card can also mean that you are welcoming a new child into your family or a baby, that you are starting a new project, starting a new job, just in general, starting something new that makes you feel really terrific. So, Sun is a great card to start the reading with. And then we come to the Two of Wands. Now, the Two of Wands is a person who is looking out over what they perceive as the land that they survey, the land that they own, and trying to figure out how they will expand on that, what they will do with it, what's the purpose of it, how they can go further in life. So that's what you're doing at the beginning of this year. You're looking at everything that you survey and deciding what you're going to take action on, what you're going to let go, and how you're going to progress in your own life. The next card up, unfortunately, is the Five of Pentacles. And the Five of Pentacles speaks to a lack of some kind, of poverty of some kind. So you may be seeing poverty in others. You may be seeing that others are subject to poverty and you may want to help them. After all, we do have Jupiter in Pisces now, and a lot of people are doing a lot of charitable giving, especially for those who are less fortunate than themselves. And this card may be saying you have a role to play in this, that you should step up and help people who have less than you do. Rather than worrying about expanding your own wealth, you should spread the wealth that you already have. It could mean that you're going to suffer a loss, or that you have suffered a loss and you're feeling it, but I don't get that from this reading. I more so get that you're going to be helping others. The card at the beginning of the second week is the Devil, and the Devil is the card that is enticing you to go down the dark path, the left-hand path, as it were. You're going to find that there are people around you, and maybe you do have a lot of wealth and you do have a devil type person or persons that are trying to take your wealth from you, or they could be trying to manipulate you or entice you with something that's addictive or just bad for you in general. So in the second week of January, I do want you to watch out for people who do not have your best interests at heart, and be strong. And then we come to the Three of Cups, and the Three of Cups is a pair of dancers who are dancing together. Usually this is the 3 women who are dancing with the cups over their head. Here we have a much more cerebral, a much more calm card, just showing 2 people who are really enjoying each other's bodies, enjoying each other's souls and time, having a cup of something that's falling out of those chalices, but they're really just at peace and enjoying each other. And that's what I want you to think of in this second week of January, Gemini, because at the end of the second week, we have Mercury going retrograde in the sign of Aquarius. So you want to get your ducks in a row before January 14th, but more than that, you want to enjoy the people around you that you trust. And now we have the Three of Wands, and I love this deck because it often uses dancers to portray the message. So in this deck, we have the Three of Wands is the person usually who is holding the globe and looking out over all that they survey, a real similar follow-up to the Two of Wands. But this is the Three of Wands, in which she knows what she owns. She knows what is hers. Note the lotus blossoms at her feet, or her knees, as the case may be. They are showing that she is spiritual, that she is confident, that she is in charge of her world. And she points up with her hands to the sun. So she uses the power of the sun, she uses the power of the lotus to control her world and to manifest whatever it is that she needs. And you can do the same, Gemini. In the third week, we have the Six of Wands, and this is this card for regularity. So whatever it is that you do to maintain yourself, your grooming habits, your exercise habits, your eating habits, your work habits, they are in regular accord. So you have a routine that you follow, and this makes you feel good. Again, we see a dancer who is striking a pose. 4 of the wands are on the ground. And where's the other 2? There's 1 in his hand. 1, 2, 3. Oh, there's 5 on the ground. I can't count. Okay. So there's 5 on the ground, and then he's holding 1. And then the lion is sitting very placidly in the background. The lion wears the crown, but the dancer knows that he's in control because he holds the weapon, and the lion respects the weapon. So what this card may be telling you is to respect yourself, respect your routines, respect your body, your exercise routines, your eating routines, your grooming routines. Respect all of that. That shows discipline and fortitude, and that's going to take you far in life. And the second card for the third week in January, Gemini, is the Lovers. This shows, very similar to the Three of Cups, it shows 2 people who are very close to each other, who are enjoying each other, but they trust. This is showing intense trust and union and cooperation. And that's where you are at this moment, Gemini. You may be in a relationship where you really, really are in love with your partner, or you may be in even a business partnership where you really, really trust that person. And so that, coupled with the Six of Wands, tells me, just like the Sun, that you're not destined for any poverty anytime soon. And that's another reason why I interpret this card as the fact that you're going to become aware of people who have less than you, and that you're going to be giving to them, not that you're going to be begging for alms. The third card in the third week is the Four of Wands. Again, a dancer balancing amongst the wands. And notice the pyramid in the background. This is a very balanced card. And the fours always talk about foundation. Most buildings are based on a square or rectangular foundation because it's strong, because it makes it easier to hold up heavy things. So your foundation is yourself, just like the Six of Wands predicted here. You are disciplined, you have great fortitude and determination. So Gemini, you may be an air sign, but you really have your feet on the earth when it comes to running your business, running your life, running your relationships. You're not afraid to really go out there and be yourself. And that's really, really a benefit and a boon. Now the fourth week is very interesting. We have 2 major arcana, but it starts out with the Three of Swords. And you're the second sign to get the Three of Swords in their reading. So something is going to be happening in the last week of January that is going to make you very, very sad. There is a loss of some kind. Either somebody's very sick, or somebody dies, or you lose a relationship, or somebody leaves, like moves away, far, far away. And it just makes you very, very sad. And you have to begin the process of accepting that or grieving in order to adjust your life to make do without that person in it. So it's a little bit sad at the last week of January. Again, Mercury will be retrograde, so that'll be different. But then we have the Magician card, and the Magician tells me that you're going to be able to work within your means to, not to get over the grief. I don't think it's going to enhance the grieving process, but I do think that the Magician is saying that you are one who can use all the resources at hand to create something out of thin air. So you're a person who's very creative. You can create things out of thin air. You can use whatever resources you have at hand to make do, to make something amazing. So it's not like because you're grieving, you've lost everything. You are reminding yourself that you have definitely not lost everything, but you have lost somebody who's very, very important to you. Then we have the Tower. So it could be that that the Magician card allows you to understand why your life must change, and the Tower is the change. So the Tower isn't necessarily a bad card. It's not necessarily that your life changes and it's terrible. it means that something in your life has to come to an end, and there's a domino effect to that. Once that thing changes, and it could be related back to this person or this loss, this grieving that you're going through. One thing changes in your life and it just affects a lot of other things in your life. And that may be why it's so important for you to be the magician right now, is that you are going to have to adapt and retool your life to be able to function as beautifully as it was in the third week of January. And maybe that's why you got those cards for the third week of January. Maybe the universe wants to remind you of how blessed and fortunate you are, and how much of that blessing came about because of your own actions, the balance that you brought to life, and the regularity and discipline that you bring to your life, let alone the beautiful relationship that you have built even in the midst of this very, very hard-working, disciplined lifestyle that you've created in general surrounding your work. So with the energy of the magician, you can rebuild your life, and the tower is just changing something. It doesn't necessarily mean it's destroying everything, but it is changing your life. It could be a person that goes away in your life, and that could cause you to have to retool and rebuild things in your life in a different way. But remember, you are the person who possesses the ability to be very disciplined, witness the Six of Wands, to be very sound, solid, secure, the Four of Wands, and to have a relationship that's built on trust and cooperation and love. So you have amazing tools, Gemini, and I'm sure you will be able to rebuild your life in a very, very amazing way. Now let's look at your oracle cards. So the first one that I'm going to pick up is the Leo card. So Leo, this is from the StarCode. It's the StarCode's Astro Oracle by Roan Robbins. And these are really fun cards. This is the Leo card, and this card means that during the month of January, you need to shine. You need to be the person who gives other people hope, who allows other people to be themselves. You need to be the person in the center who is telling people that it's going to be all right, that everything's going to be okay. Let me look at the little description that they give, because it was really, really good. Shine for the benefit of all. Leo's lion symbol asks you to be brave, be visible, share from your heart, and warm all those around you. Leo is a fixed fire sign ruled by the sun and is connected to the heart, liver, and upper back. So take your space, be visible, light up the room, but also honor the light within others. Hello, hope, hope, hope. Hold other people's attentions, not just for your own ego, but for their benefit, as an actor or a teacher would do. Warm their lives and be the person that people gather around to share stories. So you need to give the community hope. So whatever's going on around you, Gemini, you need to be the hope giver. I'm going to leave that card right there for now. And then this is another deck that I have had for a long time, but I haven't used it very much, and I just thought it might be wonderful for these readings. These are the Gita cards. They are all from the Bhagavad Gita, and basically they have the whole explanation of the card on the back of the card. So I'm just going to show you the picture. So this is Krishna, Radha, and Arjun. This lion god is called Nrsimha. So there's Nrsimha, and Nrsimha says, "Those who worship me with devotion, meditating on my transcendental form, for them I carry what they lack and preserve what they have, both materially and spiritually." And I think that goes along really well with the Leo card. You have the lion god and you have Leo. So Gemini, the universe is asking you to be very, very brave. And note that the very first card in your reading was the sun, also a symbol of, also the luminary that rules Leo. So even though this is for Gemini, we have a lot of Leo symbols in this reading. And I think it's just really, really significant for you. You need to be strong. You need to take care of your heart. And you need to give hope to others. All right, that's the reading for you, Gemini. Thank you so much for watching this video all the way to the end. Thank you for liking, sharing, and subscribing. Be sure to leave me comments down below, and I will see you, Gemini, next time.